back again, bright and early-ish, sun's out, nice day, and got the transmission sitting on the motorcycle jack, and gotta put the, don't want to forget these, the dowels. Where do they go? One of them goes there, the other one goes up here. There we go. Get those ready. Decided to put those in the transmission rather than the engine because then I know exactly where they are, and in case I can't see what I'm doing once I get it up there, that might help. So I've cleaned up just a bare little bit, so I have some of my big bolts, and now we're going to try to move this thing over, sneak it under the car, and see what we can do. Main thing I want to do right now is get it in, get a couple of the bell housing bolts in, and then get the engine mount on so that it's supported by itself, supports the whole thing, and then I can get that jack out from under there. Then we can figure out how to get the rest of the bell housing bolts in. So that's what we're going to try to do now. Okay. There she is. Not too much drama yet. Okay, let's see. I have to go a fair ways back. Gotta go get another light. Be right back. Okay, we're getting real close now. Real close. Okay. Let's see if we can kind of push it in, see where we end up. Yep. Yeah, the flywheel hole is just about lined up. So we're gonna give it a little push, see what we got. I don't think anything is hung up and impinging. Nope, everything's loose. Okay, we gotta be super close. Alright, so I'm gonna get under there and just see where I am relative to the dowels and see if I can get that lined up. Alright, well, we got all the bell housing bolts in and tight. It is held up by the engine mount, the trans mount. The jack is out of the way. I managed to get one screw snugged down into my spot that I'd marked, so the flywheel is attached. It went in perfectly smooth, didn't bind, nothing. So I think we're good there. So it's coffee break time, and then we're going to see what I got to do in reverse to get the rest of this stuff hooked up. I think we're starting over here with a little shroud and a connector, and then working our way back. But it's looking good. right, we're getting there. Now what I will highly recommend is putting the steering, don't take the steering rack off. You can hang it and do everything you need to do. You don't have to disconnect the steering, but when you're putting it back on, put it back on while the subframe is drooped a little bit in the back. Gives you a lot more room to get those bolts in and snugged up. So that's not bad at all. I just got to go in and tighten up those bolts, and then we're going to get the subframe in. All right, well, we got all the connectors connected except the big one, and flywheel bolts are in and torqued to their massive 9 foot-pounds. And I think, yeah, we're getting there. The next step, I think, is going to be the starter, and then the battery, and that's about it. Starter, big connector, and the battery. So we'll see how we do. Alright, I've run out of bolts. Everything's connected, everything's back in. I just got to get a couple of new fasteners to hold the computer in place, because I broke those because I'm a dummy. But I think those are just like MH by 1.5 or 1.25. They're little ones. Worst case, tech screws, but I'd like to make them so they're still a 10mm head, just like everything else. But everything else is attached. Oh, still got to add oil. Dummy, don't do that. Right, let's pull the dipstick. And we're going to turn the car, not start it, but we're going to turn it to on. We're going to do a complete code scan, reset all the codes while we're doing the oil, and then test it. We're getting there. All right, well, we cleared the fault codes. See if she starts. And she does. Got speed, charging. First test. Looks good, sounds good, no more dumb noise, the charging system's working. And
the phone has been connected.
Oh, for God's sake. Well, that's still working. Yeah, holding the brake a little bit, she's charging the battery. Oh yeah, traction control. It's a little unstable because there's no wheels on it.
Please fasten driver's seatbelt.
I think we're good for a test drive. Haha, let's put the wheels on it and get this thing off the jacks. I'm not putting all of the front end panels underneath back on yet, but so far so good. No codes. Got some speed, we got everything. Beautiful. Let's get her down and go get my dog's medicine. Alright, first test drive on the ground.
The phone has been connected.
Woo! Well, reverse clutch works. Come on, baby. The wipers suck. She's charging. She is much less rattly than it was already. Alright. We're just going to take it easy. Go down to the vet. Got our eco screens are all working. Speedo's all working. Let's see if we can make it. Alright. She's working. No noises. About 13 miles into our round trip. On the way back, no issues, driving good, battery's charging, no codes, everything's happy. The steering did disconnect when I put it, obviously when that steering rack fell low, so I had to pop that off, so I'm going to have to pop that off again inside here and get the steering wheel straightened out, but I think I'm just off by one spline. Not a big deal. So yeah, we're going to get this thing home and check the fuel economy. I think it's doing okay. And we'll wrap this up. I think we got it. Well, she's back, and it seems like it's running good. No noise, speedo's working. Got about 47 miles to the gallon on my little round trip through town. I'll take that. Everything seems to be good. So now I gotta put the back seat back in it. Put my cover on over the switch. Fix my steering a little bit. And check the oil in the CVT. And we're back in business. And then I got to put all this plastic garbage back on the front and the bottom and the sides and the backwards, forwards, and all that trash. That's a pain. But we're going to get that done. And yeah, I think we've about done it. So I'm excited. She looks like she's back on the road. Hopefully it works. I had a couple little issues I was concerned about. We'll see if she's got any leaks. Hopefully not, but everything seems to shift properly, got up to speed, no issues, it's slow as it always used to be. And man, I hope I can keep this on the road because she needs a bath. But, you know, you gotta keep the jokes. So, anyway, hope you're all doing well. We're gonna keep you posted. And we'll see how she goes as we put more miles on this whole thing. So, have a good weekend. Take care.